What's up, Hello News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast. Today we have some special guests in the building doing big things, and I'm excited to talk to them about Black Ambition and Demo Day and the Founders Day and all the events that are happening this weekend. So without further ado, I would love to welcome to the show friends of the show. They've been featured in Hello News a couple of times. I would love to welcome Felecia and LaToya Stirrup. Hey.
Hey.
What's up? Let me get this off your head, Felecia, so the people can see both of us. There we go. What's up, ladies? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you. I know you guys have very busy schedules, and this weekend is like full of a lot of fun events. So I just want to jump right in, and I'm going to start with you, Felecia. For anybody who's been under a rock, who has not been following you and Black Ambition, can you tell them what this organization is all about?
Yeah, the organization was founded 5 years ago by Pharrell Williams to close the opportunity and wealth gap for entrepreneurs, but specifically to create uninterrupted pathways to entrepreneurship and through entrepreneurship in order to create wealth in our communities. And we've done that in a few different ways, but the prize competition is usually what gets the most attention. And then we do provide programming in support of entrepreneurs, getting access to capital, connections, the resources that they need throughout the entire rest of the year. But the prize is a national search for really amazing entrepreneurs in the tech, healthcare, consumer goods, media, entertainment, and then AI space. And we look for those entrepreneurs. We take them through a cohort, like 3-month cohort style mentorship program. And then Demo Day, which is what we're in Miami to celebrate, is when we get to do the big check presentation to those entrepreneurs. And then like our partners kind of wrap their arms around supporting them throughout the rest of the year.
Love it. And LaToya, you are one of the lucky founders who have been awarded the Black Ambition Prize. Can you tell us what that meant for your business, Cosmology? And tell us a little bit about the business too.
Yeah. So hi, everybody. LaToya Stirrup, co-founder of Cosmology. We're a sister-owned brand. So it's myself and my two sisters, Latasha and Latrice. And we design hair tools and accessories specifically for textured hair, but we address all hair types. So we are part of the 2022 cohort of Black Ambition, and we won the $100,000 prize, which was amazing. I want to say that year we were about to launch into Target, or we were like in the process of getting into Target. So that money was right on time. When I tell you right on time, it was right on time. And Felecia and the team, they were just super supportive. As Felecia mentioned, there's a lot of programming that goes into Black Ambition. So there's pitch training, there's cohorts where you can really have deep dive conversations with other like founders, because there's so many different types of founders in Black Ambition. The cohorts really kind of allow them to sort of focus everybody around a similar type of a business, which makes it really easy. And the beautiful thing is that a lot of times out of Black Ambition, friendships are born. So a lot of the people that we met through Black Ambition, we're still very much in touch with today. And Black Ambition is the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, we won 3 years ago and we're still here, part of the program. And that's one of the things I love most about Black Ambition, because a lot of the different like accelerators or grant programs that exist, once you get the check, that's kind of it. That's not the case with Black Ambition. So if you get into the program, lean into the program, be active, be a part of it, it's family.
Love it. Felecia, what can people expect this weekend when it comes to the programming and events that you guys have planned?
Yeah, so I mean, the first day kicks off with the So Ambitious Dinner, which we've done all across the globe. We're bringing it into Miami, but this time specifically for the entrepreneurs that are getting ready to step into their big moment with Demo Day, and then a room full of investors, community partners, and things like that. And in partnership with Iconic Capital, a large investment fund. They also like manage Pharrell's money, so like the entrepreneurs get like to understand like the person behind how he's been able to garner and to kind of generate the wealth and opportunities that exist. Like they get the firsthand experience with that. The next 2 days are open to the public, right? And so Demo Day is our big event. We've been doing it for 5 years. For the past 2 years, it's been New York. And I was just like, I gotta bring it to Miami. And so we've been able to bring it here to Miami. And it's part party, it's part celebration. It's also catalytic, and then it's all about us being as in a community and support of this really big moment for entrepreneurs. And so hopefully people are inspired. Hopefully people continue to invest in these entrepreneurs once they are introduced to them. on stage. And then we have a really phenomenal conversation that we've been trying to make happen for 3 years, which is a fireside chat with Pharrell as well as Melanie Hobson. And Melanie is not only was the past chairman of Starbucks, but then also sits on the board of JP Morgan and is one of the partners with Ariel Investments, right? Her spouse is also the founder of was Star Wars his name?
That's George Lucas.
George
Right.
Lucas, right? And so
yes,
I cannot promise you he's gonna be here, but like I don't know, someone doper to me is going to be there, which is Melanie
that
Hobson
part.
in conversation, and we're making sure that we leave some time for Q&A so people can ask both of them questions, and then we'll close it with a party with a very special surprise guest. I want to tell the world, but I'm gonna hold on to it. They just have to be, but it is a musical performance tomorrow night, and then Saturday from 2 p.m. until about 8 p.m. is the Fundable Founders Forum, and so Steve Stout, who founded Translation, as well as United Masters. It's a set of 4 master classes that we're doing over the course of that day. So Steve Stout, Nancy Twine, who has a phenomenal beauty company, Briogeo, and she recently, Briogeo, thank you. I knew I was saying it wrong. Sorry about that. Briogeo, that she recently sold for 9 figures. She's doing a master class, as well as Linda Twine, who is an expert in body language and sales. And when I say that woman is like on fire in the sense that she will tell you everything that's going on in here that is stopping you from closing your next deal. It's not even the spoken stuff. It's all the body physiology and all the things. And so she is going to rearrange all the furniture in your head. And then we're going to close the last master class with Zoe, who is head of retail and learning at Louis Vuitton, who has been one of our partners. We do a learning lab with our entrepreneurs in New York, inside their headquarters. No one else gets access but the Black Ambition entrepreneurs. And so we're like, can you please let us bring that experience to Miami? And so that's the final masterclass before we open up a toast and a party in partnership with Black Professionals Network and the Greater Miami Tourism Bureau.
Oh man, this is a jam-packed, super valuable weekend. How can people attend? Is it like a ticketed price? Like how can people RSVP?
Yeah, so Fundable Founders Forum there is a ticket, right? Because we were like, we want to make sure serious entrepreneurs are going to put some skin in the game, and we are going to give them an ROI on that is tenfold by just being in the room and soaking up all the resources and information. And so we have VIP tickets, we have general admission, and then we have community partners that also have some very, very, very deep discounts because we want to make sure that the cost isn't prohibitive for any of the entrepreneurs that need to also be in the room.
So there's still time for them to get their tickets for the
absolutely
for the founders event. I heard the demo day is sold out. Like I heard there's no more room.
Demo day. We try to tell everybody, right, to be in the room. And I think LaToya and her sisters and like what they have built with their company is just, one, they are a shining star. 2, I think they are just like the greatest role models for the new cohort that we're getting ready to welcome in on Monday. But I think they can speak to it. Like, make sure you're in the room, in the room.
Yes, and LaToya, speak to that because you've already gone through this whole process. What has attending these events, been like? If for someone like, I mean, myself, I've never attended, so I'm excited about going, and I'll be at the dinner tonight and the demo day tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. So tell people what they can are going to experience when they go.
And especially in Miami, as founders, a lot of times we feel like some events are a waste of time, right? You're kind of like you're in spaces and you're like, should I really be here? Like, I'm seeing the same faces. Where's the value? And I think that that's one of the things that Black Ambition is really keen on, is making sure that the time that you're spending is, like Felecia said, an ROI. You're going to get a return on your investment. So not only on the money that you spent, but on the time that you're giving. Yeah. And so, but with anything, right, just because you're in the room doesn't mean you're going to maximize the room. So if you're in the room, you have to work the room. So go in having a sense of who you maybe want to meet, who you want to talk to, what is your goal of being in there, so you could come back and walk away with some sort of an action item. And one of the things that I love to do when I'm in rooms is to sort of, you may not be able to hit everybody, but if you get that one person that could be that one change, that one connection, that one thing that could help catapult your business forward, then you've accomplished your mission. But you got to go in with that intention to know that you're there to do business, not to just have fun and do a toast. You got to make some things happen.
Yeah.
That part. And before I let you ladies go, for people who are interested in applying for the Black Ambition Prize, maybe they're apprehensive, maybe they're not sure they fit the businesses that get funded. Like, what would you tell them? Like, I guess who are you looking to fund? And if someone is apprehensive, why should they apply? And LaToya, I'll start with you.
Yeah, no, definitely apply. I mean, grants are grants, right? So it's not, you're not assuring just because you apply doesn't mean you're going to get it. But one of the things that I love to do when we apply for grants, because grant funding is literally the only sort of outside money that we've had. So we've raised more than $300,000 through grants over the years to fund the business. So one of the things that's really important is to make sure that you tell your story and you're authentic about it. And then two, that you have an actionable plan to use the money. And you're specific with how you're going to implement the money, and then how is that going to change the business? So when you're doing the application, don't be vague. Don't just use catchphrases and like marketing words. No, get real. Like be authentic with what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. And when you do your video, make sure that you emote. Give that emotion through the camera, so then that way the judges can feel it, because they're looking at your stuff based off of what you submitted. They may not know you personally. And if you don't get to the interview part, then they won't really have a chance to interact with you. So you really have to develop your package and make sure that you're pitching yourself to the best of your ability.
Love it. Thank you for breaking that down. Felecia, I would love to hear your take on it as well.
Yeah, I'm going to plug the Fundable Founders Forum again, because I think the best way to apply is, one, the applications will open in Q1 of next year, but two, the first session is all past Black Ambition Prize winners, right? In all different aspects. So I think if you want to pick someone's brain, like in person, then come to the first session and hear firsthand. We have Kristen with Mom Wines, right? They open up in all the American Airlines. Like, the wine that you're drinking is a Black-owned business that you're drinking, right? They're past Black Ambition Prize winner. We have Justin Turk, who's going to be moderating. He was our first year $1 million prize winner. His first company, they raised $10 million in revenue, right? $10 million in investment dollars, right? Like, he's there. We have D'Angelo as well with All Peeps. He actually has a contract with Black Ambition. So the person that runs our online community is a client, like we're his client, right? And so when we talk about the opportunities to learn firsthand and all different aspects of how the community supports, but then like how these entrepreneurs also pour back into the Black Ambition community, and then have been able to expand upon what they've done, the stores that Toya and her sisters have been able to launch in. And I know entrepreneurship is not easy. It's a grind, it's a grind, it's a grind. But I think if you want to know the experience, come and have conversations with those who have done it and have expanded upon our wildest dreams as an organization.
I love that. Thank y'all. You know what? I'm gonna apply again. I think I applied the first year and we weren't in position yet, but I'm gonna apply again. It's just motivated me, and I hope that motivated other entrepreneurs out there to throw their hat in the ring and go for it. And at the very least, attend these events, get the networking, get the exposure. Like this, like you don't get this type of networking and programming in Miami a lot. So I'm like, we all need to show up and pack it out and sell it out, because like from what you said, it's so valuable for an entrepreneur.
And Janae, really quick, I think when you say like these things don't happen in Miami, I mean, I think if you even just kind of look at what's happening in Miami, that's all being led by Black women, is absolutely insane. And so not just like our programming, but you have Kanasha and Black Professionals Network's Legacy Conference that's happening the same weekend, right? You have the Links and like their book authors event that's happening the same weekend. You have Jermaine down in Broward and her pitch competition with Rick Ross. And so it's not even just like the celebrity aspect of it. It's like the influence of women, and Black women in particular, kind of galvanizing people. And there's more Black people to go around, right? So it's not about competition. It's about how can we create as much opportunity as possible and collaborate in all aspects in what we do and how we show up for our people here in this city.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you broke that down, because I didn't realize that all of the Black women were leading this kind of movement here in South Florida with these different events. I knew about BPM, but I didn't know about the event in Broward, and I knew about the Links. But I didn't look at it from that perspective. So I'm glad you broke that down, because to your point, there are people making the effort to put this program in here. We just got to be tapped in and take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Ladies, is there any final thoughts before I let you guys go? How can people follow you? How can they get tickets? LaToya, let's start with you on how people could get the amazing cosmology products and how can they follow you?
1,000%. No, thank you so much, Janae, for the time and the space to share. You can follow us at Cosmology across all social media, cosmology.com, KAZMALEJE.com. And you can find us in select Target, Walmart, CVS stores. For those who are salon professionals, you can buy us on saloncentric.com. We're on Amazon and, of course, on our website. So, yeah, and you'll see us around for Black Ambition Weekend.
Yay, I'll see y'all out there. And Felecia, how can people follow you and, figure out how to get their tickets for this weekend?
Absolutely. blackambitionprize.com, and all the links are there. Make it very easy for people to get their tickets.
And you have a podcast too. Can we just plug that real quick? Because your podcast is the bomb.
The So Ambitious podcast is phenomenal. We were actually spent 2 days, the past 2 days filming. Toya was on it on the first day as well. And so season 3 is out now, and episodes come out every other week. And so definitely tap in for the gems that are dropped and how people are sharing how they bet the house and their So Ambitious moment that was catalytic for what they were building.
I love it. Thank you, ladies. This has been an amazing episode. Amazing conversation. Y'all please come back when y'all got more information, more news to share with the High Low News family. I've loved both of y'all support of High Low News over the years. So thank y'all so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye.